Good morning, students. In this session, we are going to discuss about the topic metal finishing. The definition of the term metal finishing says it is a technique or process which modifies the surface properties of the conducting or non-conducting materials by the deposition of a metal on its surface by electroplating or electroless plating process. Now, what is meant by this? Suppose if you take a plastic substrate, plastic material, it is an insulator. It will not allow any electric current to pass through it. We can change the surface into an electric conductor by coating a metal on its surface. The metal coated on the surface of the insulating material like polymer or a plastic material allows the electric current to pass through it and changes the surface of the insulating material into an electrical conductor. Similarly, if you take iron metal, the rusting of iron metal easily takes place, and we are using the iron metal for various applications in domestic as well as industrial applications. And why rusting of iron metal easily takes place? Since it is having high rate of corrosion. To decrease the corrosion rate on its surface, the iron metal is coated with other metals like chromium and tin, which are having low rate of corrosion. In both the above examples, it is observed that the non-conducting material like a polymer or a plastic, it is changed into, the surface is changed into a electrical conducting by coating a metal on its surface. Similarly, the conducting material like iron is coated with metals like chromium or tin to prevent the corrosion. So the process through which we have modified the surface property of both these conducting and non-conducting materials by electroplating or electroless plating process is called metal finishing. The concept of metal finishing is used extensively in the field of automobiles, in electronics industry, and also in making certain components required for computers. If you see the importance of this metal finishing, which is also called as the technological importance of metal finishing, the first importance is it finds a very important role in improving the corrosion resistance on the surface of the metal. The metals which are having low rate of corrosion is coated on the surface of the metals having high rate of corrosion to improve the corrosion resistance. Example, by coating chromium or tin, we can decrease the corrosion on the surface of the iron metal. To provide electrical and thermal conducting surface, insulators, they are bad conductors of heat and electric current. The surface of these insulators can be changed to electrical and thermal conducting surface by coating a metal. Similarly, it improves thermal resistance and impact resistance. If you take electric wire, when we apply electric current to flow through this electric wire, heat will be produced on its surface. To control the dissipation of heat into the surrounding area, the surface of the electric wire is given an insulation coating. When load is applied on the surface of certain metals, the strength of the metal decreases. So to prevent that, it is coated with a high strength material that is called impact resistance. To provide hardness, polymers, plastic materials, they are not so strong. By coating a metal on its surface, we can give a hardness on its surface to offer optical reflectivity surface. When light falls on the surface of the materials, if it is reflected at a higher rate, then it gives a shining or decorative attraction from the surface. Usually it will not happen on the surface of certain metals and even on the surface of insulators. So these insulators like polymers or metals like iron is coated with chromium or nickel. So to increase the optical reflectivity or to give a decorative attraction on its surface. Through metal finishing process, we can improve wear and abrasion resistance. Metals, when we are using continuously, it will come in contact with the other metals, which decreases the strength of the metal, which is called wear and abrasion. To avoid this wear and abrasion among the metals, they are coated with a metal which is having a high wear and abrasion resistance. In making electrical and electronic components such as PCB, capacitors, and contact makers. PCB means printed circuit board. The base object in the PCB is a polymer material over which we do electroless copper plating. And these PCBs are finding wide applications in telephone boards and in electronic devices like even TV also we use PCBs. Capacitors and contact makers, usually switch, plug, they're all called contact makers. So where for electrical supply we are using. So in making all these PCBs, capacitors and contact makers, we use the concept of metal finishing. To give a decorative surface in electro polishing and also in electro refining. Electro refining means if you are having a metal which is impure, that means impurities are present in that metal. To remove the pure metal, to separate the pure metal and the impurities, we use the technique of electro refining. So in electro refining process, we make the impure metal as the anode and pure metal as the cathode. After electrolysis, the pure metal will be separated from the impurities and it deposits on the surface of the cathode. So thereby we can remove the impurities from the pure metal. In electro polishing, so usually before we do electroplating or electroless plating, we have to give a polishing on the surface of the object. So in electro polishing, the substrate of the object is made as an anode, and always at the anode oxidation of the metal will take place. So when the oxidation occurs, the ions will be coming out from the surface of the metal. Now along with the metal ions, the impurities also will be released into the electrolyte. So thereby we can remove the impurities present on the surface of the object. So that process is called electro polishing. So in all this process, electro polishing, electro refining, or to give a decorative attraction on the surface of the material, or in making PCBs, capacitors, contact makers, and all this we find the concept, we make use of the concept of metal finishing. Now this metal finishing mainly takes place through electroplating or electroless plating process. Electroplating, in electroplating occurs in presence of electric current. So when an external voltage is applied, the decomposition of the electrolyte takes place. Due to this, the ions which are released at the cathode, the ions which are released at the anode, they move towards the cathode and reduction of the ions takes place at the cathode. This process is electrolysis. Electrolysis is a process where the chemical reaction can be brought by applying external voltage. The factors which influence this electrolysis are polarization, decomposition potential, and over voltage. These three factors are the controlling factors of electrolysis process. Now, polarization. The definition of polarization says it is the deviation or variation in the electrode potential or voltage due to the insufficient or inadequate supply of metal ions from the bulk of the solution to the electrode surface. Now, the EMF or the electrode potential developed on the surface of the electrode is determined by the Nernst equation, which says E is equal to E naught of cell plus 0.0591 by n log concentration of metal ions. So Mn plus is the concentration of the metal ions surrounding the electrode. For example, if you place a zinc metal in the zinc sulfate solution, the potential developed between the zinc metal and zinc sulfate solution is about 0.76 volt. That is called single electrode potential of the zinc metal, which can be determined from the Nernst equation. Now, consider a electrolytic cell. In this diagram, we have taken in this electrolytic cell, we have taken zinc metal as the anode, and the cathode is the object or the substrate on which we have to deposit or we have to coat the zinc metals. And this both anode and cathode are placed in the electrolyte like zinc sulfate solution, and they are connected through a battery. At anode, oxidation of zinc metal takes place. So in this electrolytic cell, we have taken zinc as the anode. We can take any metal. If you take any metal, always at the anode, the oxidation of the zinc metal will take place, producing the metal ions and the electrons. So metal ions are usually, they are called positive ions. At the cathode, what happens? The reduction of metal ions to metal atom takes place. And for this reduction, the electrons will be provided by the battery or the DC power supply. Now, the metal ions released at the anode, they diffuse towards the cathode, where the ions are reduced to atom. Near the cathode, the ions which are near the cathode, first they are reduced to atom. As soon as the reduction takes place, the ions simultaneously, they will diffuse from the anode to the cathode, and continuously the process will take place. Suppose the ions which are released at the anode, they accumulate near the anode only. They are not diffused towards the cathode. What happens? The concentration of the positive ions at the cathode decreases. Since the ions which are present near the cathode, they are reduced to atoms, and our further supply of ions from the anode to cathode has not taken place. So thereby the concentration of the ions around the cathode will decrease. So that will cause variation in the voltage. When the reduction, when the electrons coming from the battery, when they are not used for the reduction, further oxidation reaction will not take place. Further release of electrons from the anode will not occur. So which causes variation in the voltage. That process which occurs due to the delay or insufficient supply of metal ions from the electrolyte to the electrode is called as polarization. For this polarization, the anode metal may be responsible or cathode metal may be also responsible. So here, if the ions which are formed, released at the anode, if they accumulate near the anode only, without diffusing towards the cathode, it decreases the anode reaction, which we call anodic polarization. Similarly, if there is an oxide layer formation at the cathode, it will not allow the zinc ions to undergo reduction on the surface of the cathode. That polarization is called cathodic polarization. Now, whether it is anodic polarization or cathodic polarization, it will cause variation in the voltage. And the main reason for the variation in voltage is the delay or insufficient supply of the metal ions from the electrolyte to the electrode. The ions which are released at the anode, they are not reached the cathode in a proper time. So due to which the variation in the voltage will take place, which we call it as polarization. Now the factors which are responsible for polarization are, first one is nature and size of the electrodes. So electrodes, if they are having a very good electrical conductivity, then it will decrease the polarization. And the electrodes which are having same and large surface area, it will prevent the accumulation of ions surrounding the electrode, and also because of that polarization will be reduced. Nature of products formed at the electrode. If the product forms a thin oxide layer on the surface of the anode or the cathode, then it will decrease both oxidation reaction and reduction reaction, and it increases the polarization. Nature of the electrolyte. If the electrolyte is having a very good conductivity, and its concentration allows easy flow of ions from anode to cathode, usually the electrolyte concentration should be between 1 to 3 molar. Should not be too low concentration or high concentration. So in that range, if the concentration of the electrolyte is present, it allows easy flow of ions from anode to cathode and decreases the polarization. Temperature. So always electroplating process is carried out at a moderate temperature, not at too low at low temperature or at very high temperature. So at low temperature, the diffusion of the ions from the anode to cathode will not take place. At very high temperature, decomposition of the additives which are used to get a good deposit will take place. For that reason, always we need to use moderate temperature for bringing a very good electroplating process. At moderate temperature, polarization will be less. Rate of stirring of electrolyte. So when the electrolyte is continuously kept for stirring, it makes the diffusion of the ions from anode to cathode fast and decreases the polarization. So these are some of the factors which controls the polarization. The term polarization means it is the variation in the voltage. So why this variation in the voltage? Due to the delay or insufficient or inadequate supply of metal ions from the electrolyte to the electrode. At the anode, due to oxidation, ions will be released. And if these ions through the electrolyte, if they not reach the cathode, then it will cause variation in the voltage. That process we call it as polarization.
Decomposition voltage or potential. It is the minimum external voltage applied in order to bring the continuous electrolysis of an electrolyte. It is the voltage above which the continuous electrolysis of electrolyte will take place. Decomposition voltage of an electrolyte can be determined using a electrolytic cell. In the electrolytic cell, there are two platinum electrodes placed in a electrolyte like sulfuric acid connected to a voltmeter, which can be used for measuring the variation in the voltage, and there is an ammeter for measuring the current. There is an electrical wire AB connected to a battery. The contact maker D is used for changing the voltage along the wire AB. When initially a small voltage about 0.5 volt is applied between the two platinum electrodes, there is a small increase in the current, but very soon it remains constant, since at the platinum electrodes there is evolution of oxygen and hydrogen gas due to electrolysis of water. These gases will be absorbed on the surface of the platinum electrodes, forms a secondary cell. This secondary cell, it opposes the applied EMF from the battery by inducing a back EMF. Thereby, the continuous electrolysis of electrolyte will not take place. When the applied voltage overcomes this induced EMF formed due to the absorption of oxygen and hydrogen gases on the surface of the platinum electrodes, then only the continuous electrolysis of the electrolyte will take place. So this voltage after which the continuous electrolysis of the electrolyte will take place is called decomposition voltage. For example, for sulfuric acid, the continuous electrolysis will take place above 1.7 volt. So hence this voltage after which the continuous electrolysis will take place is the decomposition voltage of sulfuric acid. A graph can be plotted between current and voltage, and from this graph also we can find out the decomposition voltage. Initially, when we increase the voltage, there is an increase in the current, but afterwards it remains constant, and continuous steep increase in the current will take place only after certain voltage. The voltage above which there is a steep increase in the current is the decomposition voltage. Now, what are the applications of this decomposition potential or voltage? So this decomposition voltage helps for each electrolyte after which voltage the continuous electrolysis of the electrolyte will take place. And by knowing this voltage, it is possible to separate the different ions present in a mixture of salt solution.